I think the first thing, I'm not gonna lie, I think the first thing we talk about has to be EG.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I want. Yeah, that's what I meant by reverse order.
okay, yeah.
That is the first thing that I want to talk about, and the very first thing that I want to say is, EG, what the are you doing? What the are you doing? You know you just won the world championship, right? Evil geniuses, are you aware that you just won the world championship? And spoiler alert, you're from America. We don't do that very often here. Okay? Here in the United States, in esports, we lose.
What actually are they doing right now? I'm actually so confused. Like,
Okay, so I can
what is their
I can
play?
all right, I'm doing a little bit of reporting, okay? A little bit. From what I understand, a man named Chris D'Apollonio, who used to be over there at Outlaws and Optic Gaming, he has been with EG for a number of years now. I believe he is going to be the new CEO. This has not been announced yet. But from what I understand, he is the new CEO. You know, a couple of days ago, Nicole LaPointe Jamison, she stepped down for being CEO.
Whose idea was that? Do we know?
It definitely was part of her idea.
Yeah, so like I
the
think
CEO, Nicole,
that is like pretty crazy because honestly, like I was critical of that shit.
Yes,
and,
me too.
Like I thought their whole approach was pretty terrible, but it ended up being really smart. But with that said, like the first thing they did this offseason was just get rid of their second team. That's actually insane. And then open the fucking floodgates to the main team, which is crazy.
The 10-man roster definitely helped because they were able to scrim against the B team without having to scrim against other teams, and they were able to hide, you know, strategies and play different agent compositions and have the B team play agents and compositions that they wanted to play against, like, you know, double controller or whatnot. But how much did that really come into play versus Demon One going off and becoming one of the best players in all of North America? I think it's very negligible. So how much credit I really give Nicole overall for the 10-man roster compared to all of the other mismanagement that has happened in the Evil Geniuses organization across League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter-Strike, and even Valorant prior to the second half of the season when Demon One joined and then went on their incredible run from Tokyo in the Champions, is pretty small. So Nicole overall, and I definitely think she got an unfair amount of criticism for being one of the only women owners in the league, one of being the only black women, pretty much the only black woman ownership in all of major esports. She definitely received some unfair sexism and racism criticism from some points of the industry. I still think, even saying that, she did not do a great job with running the organization overall on her tenure, and it just seemed to be above her. So to then have all of that happen and to get into the world championship and to win the world championship. We talked about it earlier. I picked out 3 of the most notable championships in esports history for North America. 2 of them are EG. EG winning the international at TI5 in front of a sold-out Seattle crowd with Fear and Sumail. That was incredible. And this one, winning the world championship in Valorant, something we did not think was going to happen, something that is extremely rare when it comes to tactical FPS across Counter-Strike and now Valorant. And to then have all of that happen, to have a Demon One must be on a rookie contract, right? They just signed him.
Yeah,
He was not making big bucks
so
prior.
I'm pretty sure Toast was about to pick him up. Like they literally swooped him from Toast. Like Toast literally had his eyes on Demon One. I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
and that's why he was super pissed at EG. They swooped him really hard. But obviously we're thankful for that because that was a huge reason why they ended up winning, you know, champions this year.
It doesn't even feel like that Nicole leaving is going to do anything. It must signal that there is, again, serious financial problems within the organization.
There has to be like some serious hemorrhaging of money. I don't understand how this could possibly be possible without like, but then how were they vetted to join the partner league, because that was one of the key aspects to Riot approving these orgs. Cleaning house like this from like your whole B team to your assistant coach leaving to be a head coach somewhere else to all of the players being free agents. Like, what? I don't understand. Like, I honestly don't understand. It sounds like they're going to put everyone on minimums, like league minimums, no?
Yeah, but if you, why would you do that if you're the players? Like, obviously, the guys, especially considering the tweets that Ethan has been making, you know, especially during this offseason, it's very hard to decipher when people are trolling. I mean, you got Zelsis like tweeting all the time. Everyone is trolling for the most part, but it really seems like Ethan's tweets are sincere here. Like, he is really pissed off about the situation. The guys definitely want to stick together as a team.
Yeah.
Why would you not want to run this back?
Oh, that's actually
If
crazy.
you're EG.
I mean, like, EG's whole org motto is like, we're a family. Like, I don't know. I just think like that is absurd. It's actually absurd.
But if you're the players now, if you're Ethan and you're Demon One especially, is Sean, you know, like you're in the situation. There is no way you are re-signing for the minimum, correct?
Do you have a fucking choice? I mean, like,
well, okay, look, if you're everybody else, if you're all the other teams, aren't you saying, oh, well, hold on a minute, let's stop all of our plans. If we have an opportunity to pick up either Ethan or Demon One, and I think Calm as well, in terms of like free agent potential, you absolutely have to immediately go to those three guys. And put off any other plans that you have currently about what free agents you want.
yeah, I think
Does Demon One not skyrocket to the #1 duelist free agent above Ye?
bro, like, of course,
Rasmus, maybe.
probably not Osfos, but he's right there with him. I feel like based on his performance, and honestly though, like I've been seeing like Demon One's been streaming a bit. His concurrent viewers is like over like 10K. A 10K concurrent streamer can make fucking bank way more than what he would make as a pro player. So like, we've hit an area here in esports, particularly Valorant esports, where the influencer economy within Valorant is way more successful. There's way more opportunities. There's way more freedoms. There's way less stress. There's literally almost like no downside. Whereas the pro side, there's huge instability with your job, massive pay fluctuations. You know, like the schedule is draining and exhausting. You can't live at home. You're always living in LA. Like, something has to give. Like, I don't know. It's like right now the scales are so tipped. And I'm not saying everyone can do that. But someone like Demon One at this point, riding the high of winning champions, can do that. You know, like FNS can do that. Sam can do that. Ye probably could do that as well if he wanted to. Like, there's all these people now that are in this opportunity where the esports side of Valorant could really be losing a lot of the star power and a lot of like what brings people to watching the games. But like, the level of play will undoubtedly go down a lot, which is what I'm really worried about here. Is like seeing today, and we're going to get into it, like Mini step down from Fnatic, MCE be removed from Cloud9. Like FNS obviously looks like he's not going to be a part of NRG. A lot of like the veteran presence within the scene is stepping to the side. And the level of play will definitely go down at the start of next year. And that's something like that sucks. It sucks a lot. And if the salaries are so low that people will hedge more, right? Like instead of you having a big enough salary where you can focus on the esport, if people are going to be offering league minimums like 5K a month, 60K a year, you better believe that the pro players are going to start hedging and they're going to start taking more time away from the team to essentially have a fault, like a safety net, just in case being a pro player doesn't work out. And that will make the water sink, like the level of play go down. That sucks. That fucking sucks. Like this whole news cycle today was just so shit. Like it's so shit.
Well, okay, I do think you are definitely right. with how you approach the top. I do think there are a couple of things that are conflated here. Primarily, esports salaries are going to go down next year. This has been reported by other people. From what I told, probably between 30 to 40%, maybe even 50% of the general salary of all esports players across Valorant and Counter-Strike and League of Legends are all going to go down next year. All of the organizations within esports, including the top ones, are all not doing great in terms of financial stability. There might be some exceptions for superstars. I think TEN's, example is one of them. But even then, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, yeah, I am really surprised that TEN's did this just because of everything that we spoke about. Right now, it does make a lot more sense, especially with salaries being reduced, that if you wanted to go be a full-time content creator or you wanted to put more of your effort into content creation, especially with salaries going down, it seems like the right play and the right time to do so. I mean, even before this year, we've seen over the years a lot of top players move from being a pro player to being a streamer, because not only do you make more money, but you have a lot less stress, you have more time, you don't got to travel 300 days out of the year, you get to see your family, your significant others. A lot of the time, it's a better option as a career and in terms of like your personal work-life balance to be a content creator. Now, saying that, I don't think that someone like Demon One would be susceptible to that. When we were talking about like TENs, and I really felt like this would be potential for him to either retire or to stop playing for the time being, I thought it was because, for a lot of reasons, he's taking care of Kaide, his wrist injury. He's already been playing pro for a while, and he's, been doing content creation. I thought that made a little bit more sense, even though TENs is young. Demon One is really young. It really feels like Demon One wants to win world championships. I don't get the impression that Demon One wants to be a full-time streamer. I don't think he's going to sign a minimum contract just to play with EG, but I don't see him not playing for the year and streaming instead either. I feel like he would test the market and maybe not get as much money as he deserves, but he would still choose that in terms of playing as a pro rather than streaming full-time. Don't you think so?
It's hard to say. I mean, he just won a fucking championship in his rookie year.
He's been playing pro for 6 months. He wins one world championship? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm done. I've done it already.
You don't know what people think and their upbringing. Like, honestly, like, a lot of the times people are motivated by winning a championship, and when they get it, fuck, dude, he's gonna be on a completely different team next year. He will probably get the bag thrown at him. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if he's a free agent, like, someone's gonna throw the bag at Demon One, and they should. They definitely should. Like, bro, I'm sure like his Twitter followers has skyrocketed. He's at like 123K right now. There's no way he was near that in March. I have no idea, but I'm just speculating. And like I said, he's getting over 10K concurrents on Twitch. So whoever signs him as a player, you have to take those things into account. Like, big influencers definitely get paid more as like an esports pro. That's just how it works. Like, esports is like a tool for advertising, not only for the developer, but for the teams that hire them, obviously, as well. Like, and he is a spectacle. Like, he is very entertaining to watch. He does a lot of crazy shit in the game and out of the game. So, but I don't know what his priorities are. Like, I don't know his upbringing. Like, I don't know how important those things are to him. I know he's like definitely a fierce competitor, obviously, but like,